I do want to talk about what you've probably seen in the thumbnail, which is, I was going to say our good friend. Like, sometimes we just say words that don't even mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my son.
I have been going on Facebook Marketplace a lot because of a certain trading card game created in 1993 by Richard Garfield. But like,
Ugly Guys Pokemon?
Yeah. So
Magic for ugly, but guys.
Yeah, the magic trick is making me a beautiful boy.
Doesn't work. It's fake like magic.
So I've been going to Facebook because Facebook Marketplace is like, in my experience, infinitely better than Craigslist.
It is kind of sick.
People are very unreasonable and strange, but Craigslist is like all of that, but going between email, like going through email, like facelessly. For whatever reason, the first thing I saw on my feed was Mark Zuckerberg updating his, I think maybe I follow Mark Zuckerberg from like when I was like a tech student.
Also, Facebook recently has just been feeding me random stuff.
He is the CEO of Facebook, so I feel like it's not crazy to see his posts, kind of like Elon on Twitter. But anyway, you know, like Facebook gives you notifications when people change their profile picture. And this was the photo that I saw. Mark Zuckerberg added a temporary profile picture, used Meta AI to upgrade to a 5-chain look.
Sadly, Cooper.
Oh, that's very funny. Good for you, bud. I think he's memeing because so I think this is a great jumping off point to talk about Mark Zuckerberg's like rebrand.
What's going on with this Animal Crossing ass hair?
Yeah, he doesn't look like himself because I guess Meta AI isn't that good yet.
And also I feel like it's always, whatever you're going to add as a profile picture is always going to trend towards the sexier.
And then Facebook posted this, not Mark Zuckerberg, with that new next level profile pic. What is this?
I mean, they're right, not Mark Zuckerberg.
And then are those AI llamas? He has a caption here where he says, Meta AI's result when asked to generate an image of llamas running on 600,000 H100s. Okay.
The biggest possible platform for an announcement on Facebook. And this is your case study?
Yeah.
Why? Just lie. Generate a better image. Use a different app.
Yeah.
Generate a better image and then post that.
Do what they did with freaking Theranos. Use someone's working product first. I just want to say that Mark Zuckerberg has been on this wild PR campaign that has, I feel like, come from the fact people started memeing him as a fuckboy. He like got really into MMA. Mm-hmm. He like started wearing a chain, and he got fit.
GSP, very cool.
And then people were like, "Oh, he's cool now." And I'm
that's
like,
what it takes.
Well, I guess on the spectrum of like extreme billionaires, he's not. He's like more palatable than Elon because Elon is constantly posting the worst things you've ever seen.
I do think that Elon comparison is big because also remember when they were gonna fight?
Yes, yeah.
And Elon was like, I just spoke to the Pope. The Colosseum, we're going to be able to fight in the Colosseum, just like the old times.
The Colosseum's busy that day.
What, he really wants to have his cake and eat it too, because he was like, oh, my doctor said I shouldn't, but if I did, I would kick your ass.
Yeah, and it would be easy for me, and I would do it with one hand.
And I would do it with one hand, but my doctor, oh no, he said no.
He says I can't take another life. These actually, my hands are
too strong, and I would hurt you.
Yeah, I'm actually too strong.
These are registered weapons is the problem.
And so
I do think there's an element of like, because Zuckerberg is very light on simps comparatively to Elon, the CEO of X, the Everything app. I feel like one of the few things you can do to supersede somebody's having a lot of stands when it's two kind of annoying dudes in dude space is out mask performance them. Because the most toxic people online that would like deify Elon a lot of the time are like very insecure about their masculinity. And if you come out, you're like, I just out wrestled like Khabib. And you're like, oh shit, you are better. Damn.
You know the like male gaze. This feels like the Elon simp gaze is like what his like his new PR is, because he also for the 4th of July posted this image of him kite surfing or what is this called? We can Google what this is because people wrote articles about this.
Yeah, because what is that wake that he's riding? He's not doing it like it must be from the boat,
it's just like surfing, but on the wake of a boat.
Yeah, like I think a boat's in front of him.
Is that wakeboarding? Is that what that is?
I thought that was what wakeboarding was, but I don't actually know. Mark Zuckerberg posted this on Twitter, which is entirely for the Elon gaze.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of weird that he has a Twitter.
I know, because he didn't used to post on it, but when he started beefing with Elon and when he made the Twitter clone, so Mark Zuckerberg didn't even post this. Someone else posted this to Twitter, and then they said, "I hate to admit it, but Mark Zuckerberg has swagger." Greg's tells me that he's probably a run by ChatGPT type account. And then the whole Mars catalog account, which of course Elon is going to see. Elon replies, "May he continue to have fun on his yachts. I prefer to work."
That's a yacht, by the way. We were wondering if it's wakeboarding. That's a tiny little yacht that he's riding.
Yeah, he's riding a yacht.
I guess we're not rich enough to understand.
I guess it's hydrofoil. I don't know. These are rich people.
It's a
words.
hydrofoil. Look, we prefer to work.
I prefer to work, so I'm just like not used to.
So Elon's saying he's never been on a yacht and doesn't have a yacht?
He's like photographed all the time on yachts, first of all. Two, this motherfucker never works because he's tweeting all the time.
He doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
his job is being around, kind of.
His job is firing everybody and then like making Twitter not work.
And somehow still using like a socially awkward penguin to generate a meme.
And I just think this Mark Zuckerberg like rebrand is so interesting, but it feels like it exists just to troll Elon.
It feels odd that like there is something immune about Zuckerberg. It's always felt like even if you were to make The Social Network, the movie equivalent of Elon Musk, there would be, I don't know, he would ruin himself by being too soy about it.
Oh, look at this change. Jesus Christ.
Respect. Grateful for my first 40 years. Priscilla threw me a little party and recreated a bunch of places I lived in the early days. Weird. My childhood
that
bedroom.
is very interesting.
That is a very funny photo. She recreated the sun.
It is infinitely more approachable than Elon. Elon cannot be photographed having fun. When's the last time you saw Elon enjoying himself?
I think he is too aware of what the post has to be. He feels like someone that goes like, "Can I see that photo?" He sees a photo getting taken, can I see that? No, not this one. Don't post that.
But we did see Elon, quote unquote, having fun when he was like jumping up and down.
When he was
and
recreating Fortnite emotes.
I don't even know if that's fun. I think that's like him
performing
not knowing,
fun while not knowing what fun means.
This selfie looks like the caption is, "I bought it."
If you know, you know. The Eiffel Tower. Sorry, the first comment on that photo of the Eiffel Tower is very impressive. He built it?
Every Mark Zuckerberg reply, it's like Elon replies where they're like, "Please, sir, I have an idea. If you could simply give me $1 billion."
Yo, what if any time that you clicked a button on Facebook, you got one kiss on the cheek?
There was a period of time when Zuckerberg was known for not letting people stand in a way that made him look small in photos.
That's true. And now that's an Elon thing.
Now that's an Elon thing.
Because Zuck is a short king.
I feel like Zuck would benefit from being a small bean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is compact.
Cute feels like the thing he could go for.
Can we go back to either Zuck's Instagram or his Twitter? He had posted a video kind of recently, and I want to see what that looks like. This motherfucker is only wearing shirts with Latin on them now.
Yeah, which is really quite embarrassing. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Today, we're upgrading Meta AI.
His eyes look bigger than I thought they would
He
be.
looks weird.
He looks zooted.
Open source model at the frontier and among the most advanced out there.
You know, I hate to say it. I think as someone who is like paid attention to Mark Zuckerberg for a long time because of my former like career, he's gotten better at speaking and he does feel a lot more fluid. Even though he looks a little like he's not blinking and stuff.
He presents as kind of like convincing.
Wait, he's really not blinking. This is okay. There we go.
Thank
God. Okay, but the caption on this video: Meta AI is on fuego and Llama 3.1 is a banger.
Legit. Bet home slices. What up, brother cousin? I have made the most
Fam,
lit.
this new Meta AI update is flames.
Elon's being a goofy right now.
I have a feeling there's just like a really intense light on him.
There is, yeah.
And that's why he looks weird.
I've seen so much Mark Zuckerberg content that I'm like, oh, he's like figured something out. Whereas like Elon still never feels fluid on camera. He's always speaking in that is not cogent.
He's always speaking in like
that's not a cogent point.
There's
I
like
can't respond.
two fake smart guys way to talk, and one of them is Ben Shapiro speaking so fast that you think, well, his brain is operating in a way I can never even comprehend. The things he's saying must be right, as opposed to they're just like underbaked.
But he sucks.
And then
I mean,
Elon does like, I'm coy. I'm like a genius. I'm like quiet because of my thoughts are so big.
I mean, Facebook has been kind of responsible for lots of like sort of international violence by ways of by ways of like the way the platform silences certain voices and promotes others. Extremely like fucked with like this Palestine stuff and how it was like really hard to post anything about Palestine without getting like hella censored.
Makes
so it's like
a conceded conscious effort to do it as well. You can't just.
I don't want to like. As I'm complimenting how he seems more, I also don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to make. And that's the other thing. It's like I don't want to make the Zuck robot like comparison stuff because that gets like really like roped in with like ableism. So I want to criticize him on his merits, but I'm also just saying like sort of as a public face of one of the biggest companies in the world. He compared to Elon, who I also think is the worst person ever.
It's the old Picasso quote, all children are artists. The challenge is how to remain one when you grow up. And I think part of what we want to do is build the tools that allow everyone to do that, right? I think every creator would want to engage with every fan who's reaching out to them, but you just don't have time.
I've been watching too much Elon and Joe Biden speaking. The fact that he like can speak really quickly without saying or ah, he's like really trained.
Well, speaking quickly, but also not. Nothing's arbitrary. I mean, and part of it's an edit, sure, but even if longer takes
edit, but it is just like I've seen everyone's editing Elon all the time, and he never comes off good.
It's a testament to this is a studyable skill.
It's a studyable skill, and when you have resources and time,
I think a lot of the time when people are like writing off people being inarticulate or imprecise or saying shitty things and then retracting them, a lot of the time people present it as it's but a simple slip up.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's not a slip up. It's a lack of diligence in trying to improve this skill.
Interesting.
Like
and Zuck must have been amenable to his team helping him with this. And Elon definitely is not. He thinks he's the coolest, smartest guy in the world.
I think being life optimizing tech mindset does play into this a little bit. I mean, how many people did we work with that also got into jujitsu?
It's so interesting. Like, oh, absolutely.
Right. This is optimizing my mind so I can be more effective in meetings.
I was in that too. That's when I first got into therapy. I was like trying to optimize because I was like, I need to unlock my next level. Yeah. I was like listening to Gary Vee podcasts. And
we met a bunch of people that did improv when we were doing improv who only did it because they were like, this is going to help me get a promotion at work.
That was really interesting where people were like, I want to be better at talking. I want to be better at my law firm or whatever.
Yeah. That is a bad AI post though. Why the llama one?
It almost feels like those are the ones he does himself. And then the other stuff is like highly curated.
Yeah, by someone that knows it.
Like he's like, no, this is me. Shitty AI that doesn't even look like me, and a bunch of llamas in the data center.